Welcome to Built on Faith Homestead, or Leaving Egypt, depending on which video platform you're watching this on. My name is Justin. I live with my wife Melissa, and we got 3 kids. We live in a tiny house, and we do the best we can just to serve the Lord and live a self-sustainable life. And we got a lot of work to do on both of those. Today, I want to discuss how the government has changed its position over the last several years about food sustainability, about taking care of your own food, growing your own food, harvesting your own food, all those kinds of things. So if that's something you'd be interested in watching today, I would encourage you to stay along.
I once was lost, oh, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see.
The government used to actually encourage these. You know, fresh milk from her, unpasteurized milk. If you don't buy it at the grocery store, if it doesn't come out of a plastic bottle, it just might kill you, right? At one point in time, this would have been called a victory garden and considered your patriotic duty. So I find it funny, I find it odd that we have went as a nation from expecting people, asking people, begging people, telling people it's their patriotic duty to raise backyard chickens or to grow gardens, victory gardens, right, to grow your own food. We have went from telling them this is a fantastic, wonderful thing and could even be profitable for you to raiding Amish farms. And you guys all know about Amish Miller and all of that has went on. You guys have watched many videos, I'm sure by now, about those kinds of things. I do know that it is a pipe dream. It is a far-fetched idea that will never occur, and I understand that. But could you imagine for just a little bit if we somehow subsidized, helped the government give money to people to help them and encourage them to have their own backyard animals, to grow their own food? Could you imagine what that would do for the food supply here in the United States? Could you imagine how people would be more food secure, first of all? Inflation on food would go down drastically because people would have their own food. Simple supply and demand would drive the prices of food down at the grocery store, and it would help people that aren't able to grow their own food or don't have the physical means to do so, or maybe not enough yard or whatever to even supplement their food. It would just do so much for people, right? And create so much help. But those types of things usually aren't promoted nowadays. And so I find that quite crazy to consider, quite crazy to think about. I'm not here to tell you today that there's no risks in growing your own food. There's risks from everything from getting a splinter, cutting your hand, right? Getting fleas or ticks or something like that from your animals. There are risks involved, bacteria in your food, all those kinds of things. There are undoubtedly risks involved. However, there's risks involved from buying food at the grocery store as well, whether it be driving there and getting in a car accident, slipping and falling in the parking lot, whatever it may be, all the way to how many food recalls have you guys ever seen throughout your lifetime, right? A bunch of them. And so there are risks for everything, and being as there are risks either way, I think the rewards far outweigh the risks of growing your own food if you are able to. And I know there's a lot of people not capable of that. I know that a lot of people are in a situation where they can't. But for those of us that are, it sure seems like a wise thing to do if you have that ability. It will help you during food supply chain crisis. It will help you to help ease the blow of inflation in your home. It would just do a lot for each and every one of us. Also helps build a sense of community and all those kinds of things. And yes, I know the government's going to outlaw all that, and the Bible teaches quite clearly that that level of control needed for end-time prophecy to fully fulfill, stuff like that's going to be outlawed. There's no doubt about it. However, right now it's not. So right now, why not do the best you can to try to be as self-sufficient as possible, build community, and help one another? We appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next video.